Will RLH Law come back and fight us again then and prove us right once again? Hello everyone and welcome to RLH C2 round number 6 at Abu Dhabi. We are 3/4 of the way through the Asia Cup once this round has been completed. We've got yellow flags already, but RLH Law, if you don't know about it, is the law that with low attendance like we saw in C1 last night, we get the best racing possible. And I can tell you right now, there's a few people who I can see battling for the first place spot tonight. I can see a few people here battling for that midfield. I can see a few people battling for the low points paying position. So I feel like this could be a race to really look out for today with the double DRS. Here we go then. We're going to run on board with Invisible for his lap then today. Not sure if he's got his wheel back working, but he's got a pad potentially. We're going down into turn 1 then. He's going to be low, making sure not to hit that curb too much as, actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll see with Invisible and see what lap time he does then as he comes down into the middle sector, then turning around the 50-meter board, hitting the curb on the inside, hitting the curb. And once again, as he goes purple in Sector 1, a very good Sector 1 from the Ferrari driver. There must have some pretty high wings on that car as he now comes down the back straight. Then DRS opens now, one of the 2 DRS straights around this track then before we hit Sector 3 then. Basically Sector 2 is all just DRS straights coming down, braking about 125 meters for a Gear 1 corner, up into Gear 2 for the traction after the extra rotation that Gear 1 gives you. Now onto the straight then we go with Invisible, the Ferrari driver. Ferrari's always quick down the straights as we come down into the braking zone for the final sector. Now 57.0 for the middle sector. Now flying through that middle sector there, he gets a very good run through the chicane then as he comes towards the end of the lap then. But don't worry, we still got the most technical corner of the track still to come. It's a blind right-hander as we come now down into it, making sure we get the turning absolutely perfectly as he does. Coming up to Marco Bota, the Williams gets out of the way as soon as possible. And now into the final sector we come now. It's looking like a pretty good lap from Invisible. Let's have a look what it gives him on these soft tyres. The best tyres that you can get, the quickest tyres you can get. It's looking good from Invisible, but it's going to be a 1:34.7 to get him P5 for his first lap around the Yas Marina circuit then. Obviously, as you can see on the left hand side, we've got definitely a different pit lane. Yeah, so we've got a different kind of pit lane. So pit lane times are quite long around this track, so it'll be interesting to see everything. Talking about the pit lane and pits, a lot of different strategies that can be used tonight. Then you can go soft hard, soft medium medium, medium medium soft, medium soft medium, all that kind of any variation of that strategy. But the one that won yesterday in C1 was a typical soft medium medium for pole on the grid for Sem then. But P2 from the back of the grid was a medium medium soft strategy from Maurice there. So maybe potentially anyone outside the top 10 could still be in a chance of doing very well if they say they burn up qualifying a little, as we see Marco Bota really come past now. We're right on board with Marco into the final sector then. But it looks like well, one thing is for certain that we could get a very different a massive variety of strategy today then, as Jerome says go Burr. I don't know where Jerome is. Yeah, where the heck are you, Jerome? That's a just get on track, mate. As looks like Marco Bota has as he's hit the wall there on the outside. So it looks like this will be an invalidated lap, and yes, he will pop back into the pits then. Conai Joe, I believe, is on an out lap. But let's have a look then. Anyone close to an end of a lap? It looks like everyone else is on out laps at this moment in time. Hottest day of the year so far for us Englishmen. So I hope everyone is keeping hydrated as I am with my my water just beside me. As I think it's only right to go around Abu Dhabi, isn't it? As looks like Conai Joe said the fastest first sector as well. Potentially Prince's first sector wasn't the best one then. He did a 17 dead to Shabby's 69. So it seems like Prince's first sector can be improved on. That will show that well, there's definitely some time to gain. And so the question is, what will be the pole time around here? Jerome, that's not an excuse. Get in the lobby right now. Maurice got in the lobby that quick. Yeah, exactly. Bren, everyone hates this track. I lost it with 2 laps to go, and I still did pretty well. Hang out on my car. Jesus Christ, that's not you, is it, Goldie? That's your own, hopefully. But anyway, Cotton Eye Joe coming through that middle sector then, into the final sector now. Yeah, but Jerome, you should really get online, mate. An F1 driver should be good at, should be trying every single track, and some tracks are better than others, but you're gonna score points here. But anyway, through the final sector, Cotton Eye Joe comes. What lap time will this give him? I assume somewhere around the 35s, as he's already done a 35.3. Could he improve on this lap time? He's using all his EOS around the final corner. Bit of a shaky approach, but it's going to be an improvement by 0.3 of a second, beating Mambrel by 1,000th of a second to get a 35 dead. Pole time around here, I'm expecting a 34 dead, I'd say. Pole time in C1 was a 33.4, which was very good, as I believe that was Walshabert centre lap time. Yes, it was, to get him P6 only. It looks like everyone's getting around this lap time. Dogobs is centre lap time around a 35 dead then, and then there's a definite changes. You can have a look yourself, actually, the leader. So the top 4 separated by 1/10.5, and there's a little bit of a gap to the midfield. There's about from P5 to P9, and then likes of Wesley will still have to improve a bit. We know he can improve. Obviously P2 in the championship last season. He's got a lot to show, and I thought he would be right at the top, but we've obviously seen him have a win. As look at that, Shabby's gone quicker by 1,000th of a second, ladies and gentlemen. 1,000th. As Prince Killer improves even more. Looks like look at it's just going bam 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 bam. Prince Killer now at the fastest lap time with a 34.1. It's just getting very close up at the top today then. So Prince at the moment beating out Shabby by 900ths of a second. Followed by Donkey Dan, 2/10 in behind us. Dan, I believe, just set a lap time. Not sure if he's, I think he's just started one. Yes, he has just started one. So coming through that first sector now. Let's run on board with Wesley then. And Wesley should be coming through that final sector now then. As I'll just read some comments while you guys are hanging out with me. Singapore will be exciting. Yeah, Singapore will be an interesting track. Obviously the Asia Cup has actually given us quite a good variety of tracks to race. Obviously Singapore then Suzuka. Great 2 tracks to finish the season off. And I hope everyone sticks around for Suzuka. Obviously it's on the day that F1 2020 does get released. And Wesley really using all the gears to their use here, as now coming through the final corner. It's going to be a 34.4, but it is I believe that is an invalidated lap time, is it not? Yeah, it is. It's an invalidated lap time, so it seems like Wesley was going to have to go once again then. I'm just going to check that. Just check that was an invalidated lap time. So Wesley's fast lap time so far was on the mediums, so he's still got time, but I don't know if that was a smart idea, qualifying on the mediums, because that means you've got some warm mediums to run it in the race, unless he's thinking of going soft hard in the race, which probably is not the best strategy around here. Anyway, so it looks like 10K has actually improved onto Donkey Dan. So today it's going to be Ferrari versus Mercedes versus the 2 Renaults, it seems. And as Donkey Dan comes through the final corner, will he beat his teammate? He goes pole. Look at that. These top 4 really, yep. This is where the fight for P1 is going to be today, guys. Donkey Dan at 34 dead, a very respectable lap time from the donkey himself there. And look at that, he's really back on form, is the Renault. 10K only 2/10 behind as well, and I'm sure this final run for these guys will be something to look at. Look out for Black Mamba. I think he's got some kind of pedal issues, but I feel like he could be someone to look out for. Wesley, obviously, someone else to look out for. I feel like he could get in that top 4 battle as well, low 34s. So who else could be up there? We know Walshabert does have pace. He's been on the podium a few times. Marco Bota, he can be quick if he wants to. I believe he got very close to the top at Australia, the first round of the season of the Asia Cup. So he could be someone to really look out for as well. Fiscal obviously not setting a lap time yet. He'll be someone to look out for at the end of the session. Obviously, seems like Bert Mylander absolutely loves his presence. So Fiscal will be someone to look out for. I'm not sure about Big Baguette. His lap time 3/10 down on Wesley's at the moment, but let's have a look at what tyres he did that on the soft. So Big Baguette's got a little bit of time to improve on Cotton Eye Joe. at the moment, coming through the final corner to start a lap then. So this will be the lap that we could just look at. With 3.5 minutes to go, people will be starting to head out on track, and we don't have enough time to finish this lap. Hello, Lord Elephant. How are you doing? But Conai Joe coming through the first little sector here, mini sector. As we got yellow sector 2, I believe that's Marco Bota. Not a purple sector from Cotton Eye Joe, but he is up on his lap time by 0.03 of a second then. So that will get him just ahead of, well, just behind Walsherberg, but on course for a 35, dead, exactly dead. So let's see if he can really excel in these in this final lap that he's going to be able to do. Then coming down into that middle sector, then does the Turk, and now through the chicane, that basically the only corner in this sector 2. Then as we fly into another DRS zone, then EOS mode 5. I'm doing very good, thank you very much. And why are you leaving my stream? Oh, I saw someone leave the stream. I'm disgusted. Why are you leaving the stream? I don't know, guys. Why would anyone leave the best stream in the planet? I don't know. But Cotton Eye Joe, now through the middle sector we go then. Flying through now. As we now break down into the final sector then. Oh, great corner through there. As now through the final sector. It looks like he had to go down into gear 2. That will really compromise his speed. But hopefully for Cotton Eye Joe, this looks like an improvement. A very good start to the final sector. Let's have a look if it will be a very good end. It's going to be a 34.7. Very good lap, close up to invisible with a 34.7 as well. Those two in that good mid-pack region right now, and still Prince and Donkey are still in the pits with 2 minutes to go. They're really running it tight now, as now a few more people are starting to go on laps. Marco Bota on his lap, so is, well, those are the only two on laps at the moment, but everyone on their out laps. Look at that down the straight, they all fly with the two Mercedes in the background of Wesley and Shabby. What can Shabby do? Obviously, I believe the championship leader at the moment by just a few points. I feel like he could definitely be in a shout of getting a good result then tonight then, as we fly through for Marco Bota then. He's on his flyer. He doesn't look like he's got much EOS to play with. Oh, he's locked up into the final sector. That's really going to compromise him. But let's have a look then. Using all the track possible on the outside there. Now flying through towards, I believe, the hardest corner on the track then. The blind right hand and breaking about now down into it. Going right over the curb. The curb doesn't really give you any warnings or penalties, so run at it with your own risk then. Very good few final corners. Be careful with the barrier on the outside. And always he has a little bit of a moment there. Coming down into the final corners now. He's on a 34.9 and he's going to back out of that lap then. He's not confident with that, as looks like Cotton Eye Joe will be not heading on a lap. So Walsherberg will be the last person, first person to set their last lap time here today then. As coming down, is that Wesley on a mediums lap? No, it's not Wesley on a mediums lap. He's just, those are just the tyres. And Marco Bota, yep, into the pits he comes. And it seems like, oh wait, does Fiscal have a, I don't know why Fiscal's in the pit. Potentially he has a quality ban. I don't know, he's just not race, he's not qualifying? Who knows? Maybe Fiscal's hiding a little bit of pace. We don't know. He's a bit mysterious today, not saying like that. But Wesley now coming through, flying through. But we've got to look at Walsherberg then. Walsherberg, the first person to finish their lap then, as he now flies through towards the end of the middle sector then. 3/10 up on his lap time. This will get him a 0.6. This could get him P5 in the session. How's this final sector? The final sector is your make or break. You can gain about 5-6 tenths if you get it perfectly, and I'm sure Walsherberg still has a little bit in the tank then. He's got a lot of EOS to play with as he comes down into the right hander here then. Into the Marina Hotel he goes with all the docks on the outside then. What can the Red Bull do then? He gets very close to the wall on the outside. He's getting very close and really testing the limits of this Yas Marina circuit then. Through the final corner the Red Bull comes. Will Christian Horner be happy with this lap? Will Jerome be happy with this lap? In the comments, he goes P5 as expected with a 34.5. Can Invisible reply to that? Can Wesley reply to that? Wesley at the moment in P11. We know he's got pace in the car. Has he got pace at the moment? It's going to be a 1 minute 34.1. P3 beating out Shabby. It's going to be a top 5 sprint. Shabby up to life. P1 a 33.9. First person to break into the 33s. 10k, next person to cross the line. Will he improve? He goes to P4, beating out Wesley by a 10, well, just by half a tenth of a second. Man, we're up to line. We know he can be quick. Is he quick enough? He goes P6 without lap time. Dogar's P10, and Donkey Dan heads into the pits. What can Prince Killer do? Also invisible on a lap. Invisible heads into the pits. So Prince Killer, can he shock the world then? We know he's quick. He's a 10th up on his lap time. It will get him pole by a 10th of a second. Prince Killer once again on that pole. He sits on the front row of the grid and looking straight for that turn 1 with no one else ahead of him. The Ferrari on pole again with a 33.8. What a lap from the number 98 car. Number 2 today is Shabby 2K, and P3 and P4 is the two Renaults. Great laps from them, Wesley and P5. But yeah, what a session. Look how close everyone is. Fair play to Prince Killer for that amazing lap. And my god, this will be a very interesting session then, as Fiscal says, saving all the tyres for a soft strategy. Okay. What a lap from Prince and a 33.8. 1/10 clear of Shabby in P2. P3 goes to Donkey Dan. P4 in the end goes to 10k. And P5 rounds out an all top 5 Dutch line out in RLH. Then P6 is the separating Austrian. Then P7 is Walshabert, the other Dutchman. And then P8 goes to Invisible. P9 and 10, the 5th row of the grid, is all the Turks of Cotton Eye Joe and Dogarbs. P11, the Romanian of Marco Bota. P12 is Big Baguette. And let's get Fiscal saving all his tyres in P13 then. What we're saying then, it's looking like a very, very interesting session then. Everyone very close on laps. And here we go then. What a lap from everyone. That was a very good qualifying. Very tense. And I'm sure Prince Killer will be wanting to make a video on that one. His videos have been very good. As Lord in the comments says, Prince will win. That seems very definitive. As we now come to the race. What do we expect here today then, lads? Will it be something to scream about? We just don't know yet. It's always RLH law though. It's never failed us, and I don't plan on it failing ever again. What are we going to say? Predictions in the comments, guys. There's a few of you watching out here today. And I'm sure it'll be something to really look out for. As you can see, look, it seems like real life. Ferrari, Mercedes, but then it gets a little bit unrealistic with the two Renaults in behind then. But then, here we go then. Through the first few corners then, Prince Killer on that pole position spot. P2 goes to Shabby, P3 is Donkey Dan's, and P4 goes to 10k. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Those top 4, top 5, top 6 are in very good positions then. Here we go then. Obviously, everyone putting their comments in the comment section. Let's have a look. Will Prince on the front row have a Russian start or an Azerbaijani start? I would like to say a Russian start rather than an Azerbaijani start. Anyway, right, I'm having my little break before a lot of time. It looks like a lot of Prince fans in the comments. Good shout, Goldie. Looks like everyone going for Bert as well. Seems like a lot of Dutch people in the comment section today, and I wonder what they'll be doing. Here we go then. I can't really say much Dutch. Otherwise, I think the admins will probably kick me off this channel straight away then, as we now come down into the final sector, as the Yas Marina circuit is really really light up the Yas Marina street circuit. But anyway, coming through the final sector now to start the lap. Right then, are we ready to see a beautiful Yas Marina circuit race then today? Hopefully it'll be one to shout about as everyone now lining up on the grid then. Fiscal starting on the hard tyres. That'll be an interesting one. See if that aids him at the end of the race then. Prince in P1, Shabby in P2. What are we going to expect today as we now come to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights in Abu Dhabi. And it's lights out and away we go as everyone points a bit to the right before turn 1. Shabby has a great start down into turn 1. And well, look at that. Into the lead. Shabby 2K goes straight away. Prince having a great start. Although Renault trying to go down the inside there. Renault's going side by side. Look at that in the back as well. Oh, Wesley losing traction a bit on the exits. We now come down into the chicane then. Seems like side by side action with Dogobs and Invisible for P8. And look at that right at the back. See side by side with Cotton Eye Joe. He has had a bad start with Big Baguette at the back. The two alphas and still flying down the back straight. Then we come very close gaps between Marco Bota and Dogobs. Then a little change of tyres. And let's have a look at tyres very quickly then. Look, outside the top 10, it's 10 for Marco Bota on the mediums. Cotton Eye Joe's line a very good start. Marco Bota dives it down the inside of Dogobs. And look at that. He's passed 1, passed 2. Marco Bota, great defending job from them. And look at that, Big Baguette surely has got a lot more pace than Cotton Eye Joe ahead. Looks like Joe may have a bit of a problem with race pace. As now look at the back battle here as 10K and Donkey Dan have also exchanged positions. Round the outside goes Big Baguette. What a move that is on Cotton Eye Joe. Seems like he doesn't have the pace at the start of this race then, as seems like the two Renaults may have had a little bit of team orders then as they come to the end of the first lap. Then through the Marina Hotel they will go in proceeding through all in one. Seems like they're all keeping their 2 meter social distancing at the moment as they come through towards that final sector then. And look at that, out of the final corner of the first lap, Shabby 2K comes, starting P2 and now P1 with the fastest lap of a 1 minute 40.8. And now Prince Killer in behind. Looks like the gaps are not really showing correctly on what they actually are. So I'm going to have to just blind that out. Hopefully, yeah, there you go. I think it's corrected now as Donkey Dan closing in behind as well. It's about that as now 10K. Yeah, all the gaps are a bit shorty at the moment, so don't look at them. I'm just going to turn the gaps off at the moment as Wesley now closing up. Always had a bit of a moment there. As look at that, Dogobs into the pits at the end of lap 1. Must have had a little bit of damage. And now coming through towards the end of the lap then. Prince not going to have it this way this time. Yeah, good shout, Goldie. You want to join me? It looks like you're the Martin Brundle, the Ted Kravitz out on the pit wall today here. So, yeah, just hop on. But anyway, down into the chicane then we go. And it seems like at the moment, everyone really just spreading out. As now, look at that, the top two have really flown away from the rest of the pack. Now, Gap being... sorry, wrong thing. Gap being definitely not 0.8 of a second. That looks much more than a second. So we just need to keep an eye on these gaps, and as everyone just flies through now, as Fiscal, yes, of course he'd get past Dogobs. And it seems like, yeah, there's a little problems with the telemetry today, guys. I'm sorry about that one. Nothing I can really do about that. We'll have a look as we get DRS on what's happening. It seems like, yeah, Donkey Dan is within a second. So it seems like at the moment the telemetry is sorting itself out. Then, as I've got pizza, lads, beautiful pizza while commentating. And now coming down into the final sector. Thank you very much, my father, for a banging margarita pizza right by my side then as we come down into lap 3. Donkey Dan sent the fourth lap of the race so far then, as DRS is now enabled. And get ready for the train of a life to start then. Walshabert needs to get within a second of Black Mamba, otherwise this train is really going to split then into 2 packs straight away then. So the Red Bull through this next few corners is really going to decide if this pack's going to split into 2 or not. The gap at the moment is 1.1. It's just around that 1.1, so he's not going to get DRS. So watch the 2 packs split now as we come down towards the second sector then. How are you in the... Yes, Jerome, good. As we come down now into the middle sector, it seems like there's almost moves coming off Wesley trying to dive it down the inside. It seems like Wesley is on a move to get past the Renault of 10K. 10K out of DRS range of Donkey Dan ahead of him. Maybe to the outside. The Mercedes will go outside the preferred line around here, but now. Oh, look at that. Shabby and Prince Killer almost exchanging positions. Look at that. Prince Killer trying to go around the outside. This may give Donkey Dan a run of a lifetime round the outside. Look at that, side by side. And he's going to back out that one, but Prince down the inside of Shabby. It's going to be side by side for the lead. Oh, no, Prince has hit the wall. Shabby's got a time penalty as well. And, oh, I don't know if there's damage there for Prince and Donkey Dan. It seems like there may be. Yes, Prince has got damage. Prince has got major damage, but it is near the end. It's the end of the pit. It's the pit stop phase now. So he's not going to lose much time, is the Ferrari. He's just going to lose about 5 seconds down to his front wing change then. Oh, look at that. That's Shabby. Something's happened to Shabby. Shabby's lost it out of the final corner then. Oh, no. Shabby's lost the car on his front wing as well to go with it. But Baguette's going to be able to head past. And look at that. Mercedes in the... Oh, no, in the dirt. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Oh, yeah, look at that. The top three all in the wall at the moment. And this is giving... Look, Donkey Dan. I think Donkey Dan may have damage as well. Lots of oofs on display at the moment today. Donkey Dan and 10K almost exchanging positions as well. Look at that top three. Look at how that's changed in one lap. Big F for everyone. But I don't think it's going to be the biggest worry for Prince, who can just pit. Biggest F at the moment, I'll say, goes to Shabby, who's lost it that quickly. Now look at this. It could be 3 wide. Down towards the end of the middle sector, then into the final sector. We're going now. That's 10K into the lead of this race. They don't want to be battling too long. Renault, yeah, of course. They've got to capitalise on this moment then, where everyone else has been slacking out. Wesley, it gives the Dutchman the chance to have another go on another Dutchman, but then a French car instead of a German car. All the Dutchmen are in different places right now. Marco Bota down the inside of Invisible. Is Invisible got damage? No, he's not. That's just a very good move from the Williams. He's just trying to stay in everything now. And Shabby now, look at him. He's so far back. And look at the Prince. Prince is only there. So Prince has not lost any time at all. So I'm sure now, yeah, look at that. Donkey Dan heads into the pits at the end of lap 4. The optimal lap, I'd say, is to head into the pit lane then for a 2-stop strategy. Shabby also heads into the pits then. Understood. As we now head into that pit lane. And look at that. Oh, he's got a 5-second time penalty as well, doesn't he? This has all gone to shreds for Shabby. The only way to get back now will be a safety car. He's going to need some good luck now to get anywhere close. And now Shabby, look how close he's... Oh, he's going to go onto the hard for the end of the race. So Shabby's just hoping on a 1-stop and hoping he's got some good pace on those hards. They're definitely not going to overheat. That's one good thing. But will the hards last to the end of the race? I haven't seen anyone do that. I feel like Fiscal's going to be really our tester of that today then. The pace doesn't look too strong on them. But definitely you get one less pit stop than everyone else. So that will be something really interesting to look at. As now Marco Bota up around the outside actually of Walshamert for P4 then. Looks like those mediums are really coming into effect now. As we now come down into the final sector then. As Marco Bota ahead of Black Mamba. No, behind, sorry, behind Black Mamba. Seems like 10K. Look at that first penalty of the day. Wesley getting that penalty. Excuse me if I'm having a few pauses, just because I'm eating a very lovely pizza from Domino's. But now look at that. Wesley going long on the softs. He does not know. The undercut around here is very vital. It's very good. Let's have a look how much Donkey Dan... Look at that. Why is Prince so far ahead of Donkey? Prince is so far ahead. What's happened there? Has Donkey lost it? I don't know. So Prince pitting early, having front wing damage, has got him back into the lead. I'm confused here today. Oh, so Margarita Pizza, mate. So Prince has got himself into lead even with front wing damage. Yeah, ties are the issue at the end, but I can give you a little example of where the undercuts worked. end short last night in C1. Pit on lap, I believe, 14 or 15 for the medium tyres to go to the end of the race. So that's what, 13, 14 laps on the mediums. He made it with still good pace at the end of the race. But the tyres do come back to the end because of the low fuel. So that's one thing to put into perspective then. Check Prince's wings. Maybe he didn't change. Yeah, I'm just checking. Oh, there you go. So that's why Prince is ahead. His wing did not change. That is a good shout. So Prince at the moment on his medium runs without a front wing. Well, lacking front wing, let's just say that. So yeah, Prince a little bit is going to be holding up a little bit of a train now. So this could really help out Wesley and Marco Bota. Now Marco Bota almost got, excuse me, going, sorry. You should not race and eat. That's one good thing, one thing to take out of this. But Prince setting the first lap on those mediums still. But Wesley, this is their good chance. Yeah, wing is vital, so that's bad. And let's have a look then for these top two. Marco needs to get past Wesley to make these mediums work then. It's going to be a DRS move. It's Mercedes on Mercedes engine then as we now come down into the middle sector now. Down the first DRS straight of the two. And that should be an easy, complete move for the Williams and Marco Bota. But now he's got to receive what he just gave. As now it's Wesley's chance to really get back. Will those soft tyres really go now? Down into that middle sector then. Into the middle sector now into the final sector. Looks like Marco Bota really is getting a move on. And yeah, exactly, Goldie. It looks like at the moment, Marco and Big Baguette are on for strong races here. Don't forget about Fiscal as well. He's on those hards, only has to do one stop at the end of this race. Biggest loser and everything. Oh, look at this. Mamba up the inside of Walshabert. These two going side by side through a corner that I wouldn't expect you to go side by side through. Now they're going to go side by side through the right-hander here. Look then. Here we go then. Still side by side. Walshabert up the inside. Oh, there's been contact. And Mamba has got through. Very good move around the outside. Little bit of contact, but it seems like everything's all clear for now. As now Wesley, after 7 laps on those tyres, heads into the pits for mediums then. Let's see how much Wesley loses then. Look at everyone. Everyone's down and out. And Wesley's going to be lacking a lot. Yeah, look at that. This shows how much the undercut is so powerful around here. Wesley's going to lose about 5 seconds to these lot. But his tyres are going to be so much better at the end of the race. That's one thing to really put into perspective then. To tell you what Wesley could be doing. He could be going soft, medium, soft. That's a good thing actually. So Wesley could be going for the double softs here today. That's why he went out on mediums in qualifying. Just thought that. So Wesley is still in a very good chance of winning this race. Softs at the end of the race are very powerful. I can tell you that from last night for certain. Then, as look at that, Walshabert and Black Mamba still in this little battle. Then Walshabert up the inside of Mamba now. Would it be a little bit of a switchback move, or has Mamba got this now? Here we go. DRS is activated for both of them as Black Mamba's got it off Fiscal, but now side by side down towards the left-hander of the chicane then. And look at that, running on ball with Invisible. The side by side still. Surely there won't be any contact here. Yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that. Whoa, around the outside. No, that's Invisible round. Oh, no, Invisible. He's lost it. And now, yeah, he's not going to be happy on that one in the slightest now. As now down in P10, almost P11 with Dogobs now. Looks like he's going to be in a little bit of a different battle as now. Look at that. He's really losing all the time. He doesn't have front wing damage, so his tyres must be just burning as Prince Killer picks up a penalty now. Prince obviously still in the lead of this race, but with heavy front wing damage. 9 laps into this race now. Seems like, look at this, Mamba now getting past Fiscal. Mamba really pushing as he gets a 3-second time penalty. Proof that he's pushing that car to the limits then. Looks like the Mercs not really having a fun time today then. Neither the Renaults. Renaults have kind of missed out on this opportunity. So now round the outside, Walshabert goes of Fiscal. Whoa, look at that. That's Donkey Dan going very wide there. Oh, careful on that one. That looked like a torpedo kind of move. A Daniel Kvyat kind of move there. That could have been very, very pivotal And thank goodness he did not get front wing damage from that one. He needs to pass Fiscal as quick as possible if he wants to keep in this train then. Get up to the top though. 1.1 seconds. Prince and 10K. 10K should get a good run on Prince because Prince does have that front wing damage. So surely before long the Renault will be closing up to the Ferrari then. Talking about Ferraris then, it looks like Invisible has got a good sight of Cotton Eye Joe getting past Dogarbs. As now Toro Rosso up into P10, the last points playing position around here. As Mambo and Walshabert back in battle. Mambo up the inside of Walshabert. As now coming through towards the final sector then. In the final sector we now are. The Red Bull, the McLaren and the Mercedes then, followed by Fiscal and Donkey Dan. This is where Dan's getting really held up now by this Alpha on the hards, and he needs to get past him as soon as possible. Oh, he's really hitting the back of Fiscal, trying to, oh, maybe around the outside he's going to have to go. Yeah, what a move from Dan if Fiscal doesn't go up the inside. Yeah, well done for Dan there. Just trying to get past, desperate moves, and now he's 1.6 seconds behind this little train. Does he have the pace to close up? He has the pace in quali. Does he have the race pace? But now, talking about race pace, 10K has got more than Points Killer. And now, look at this. Look how the gap is receding now. It's coming towards the Renault, this race. Shelby's still in a good chance of winning this race. Don't forget that. He's on those hards. Will they go to the end of the race? So that's the question. Will there be a safety car this race? That's another question that we need to put into consideration. Excuse me, I may just sneeze in a second. But anyway, I feel like I've jinxed that sneeze and now it's not coming. So hopefully I don't jinx anyone's race then. As now coming down into that middle sector then. Looks like Walshabert may get payback on Mamba. It's very close between those two. But has the slipstream. He's got the DRS that he needs. Round the outside he's going to go as 10K picks up a penalty. Good move for Burt there. And now Mamba. Great camera angle there. See the rear view of the Red Bull ahead. Seems like the McLaren just holding him behind at the moment as Wesley looking for any kind of way to get past. I feel like today could be a race of if you don't get any penalties you're going to finish high, as it seems like at the moment so many people have got time penalties and it's probably not too good. You're making a very good point there. It's a nice train, but it's not helping them in the battle to close up. The only way they're really going to close up now with the pace of the top two guys, theoretically, is through the use of a certain safety car. So I wonder then how Marco and Big Baguette are going to react and how far they'll be behind at the pit stops then. Because they're going to do another medium set, then they're going to go on the soft. So Marco could be in a very good position to get on the podium here today in the Romanian. Big Baguette as well could get very good points here today. And I still really want to see Shabby do well. I feel like if he keeps his pace up, I feel like the Merc could do very well in this race. I just do think, we know he's got pace, and we know he's got consistency, so I feel like this one-stop strategy may work, but has he pit those hards too early then? That's the only thing I'm stressing about for the Merc. As now 10K and Wesley, look at this, Wesley on the back of Mamba now. Will he go to the outside? Will he try around the outside? Yes, he does. What a move there. Looks like around the outside usually works at that corner. Goldie, 5 racing Asia Cup 2, 5 winners. Marco, oh my god, I did not even know that. Has no one won twice? C2 does perform well. Goldie, why aren't you here, mate? You could have made it 6, but I feel still this could be a 6 as Marco Bota heads into the pits after 11 laps on those mediums. What tires will he put on? Another set of mediums. They'll go to about lap 22 then. Then he'll be on softs to the end of the race. So where does Marco Bota come out then? He comes out behind this train of Wesley, Walshabert and Mamba and Donkey Dan. This four-way train. And look at that around the outside! Oh my! Mamba really testing the track limits there. Donkey Dan goes round the outside of Walshabert. Will it be up the inside then for the Renault? It's going to be Renault versus Honda Power down the straight then. linking tyres then. Have they got the DRS? Who's got the DRS around here? Has Dan got it? Look at this Mamba now with the extra pace. Is he going to get a double move off this McLaren? Is he going to pick up weight? Oh, he gets so close to the wall there. He comes down into the braking zone. Look at that free. Oh, 2 wide down, and now it's going to be 3 wide into this corner. Mamba skips the trap and gets a 3-second time penalty for it. Not a straight 3-second though. As oh my god, Mamba does he want to get any closer to the wall? Then it's still side by side. Donkey down around the outside, running more with Walshenberg then. Coming through the middle sector. Come to the end of the final sector now. And now look at that, Dan now past Mamba as he gets a little twerk on. Gets a little slide as now. Around the outside, Walshenberg tries to go. These 3 absolutely lovely. Around the outside then. Walshenberg goes on Mamba. RLH Law coming into good effect now as Mamba now completes that move on Walshenberg. Oh my god. 10k, very close to the top, of course. Mamba, keep an eye on him as well. Yeah, 10k, very close to the top as well. I was just too busy getting that battle. That battle was extraordinary for those top 3. But yeah, look at this. Big Baguette holding out on those mediums. Now going to get held up by Prince Killer. This may really help him out in the fight against 10k. 10k could do well. Has he won a race yet? I don't think 10k's won a race this season. So that'll be a 6th winner potentially. But we just need to see how Marco does this. 10k, yeah, 10k hasn't won a race yet. 10k could make it 6. So Marco closing up to the back of this lot as well then. Look at this. Oh, Big Baguette getting absolutely squeezed out by the top 2 there. Getting abused. And now 10k really wants to get past Prince Killer as soon as possible then. As we now fly down and look at that Invisible now. Getting back into the groove of things on those 7-lap old mediums. Now needs to close up to Cotton Eye Joe. 2.9 seconds down the road. He's got the pace. Can he convert that? Look at that now down the inside. Walshenberg tries to go on Mamba. Probably not the best place to try an inside move then, as we now come down into that final sector once again then. I feel like it'll be a bit more 1 by 1 this time around though, as now look how close 10k is to the back of Prince for the net lead of this race then. They don't want to be battling too much. Marco Bota has still got an opportunity to win this race. Wesley could be on for a very good race here today. I feel like this could be Wesley's to lose, to be fair. Wesley could be going double medium soft. No, soft double, no, medium double soft. Yeah, medium double soft. As he went long on his first set of tyres. Will he go long on the second set? He's got to make them to lap 22. What lap did he pit? He pit, what, lap 6? I think Wesley's got a very good shout of winning this race. I may have just jinxed him to the earth and back, but we're going to go with it. Now 10k on the back as now Shabby goes up a position as Dogar pits. 10k, can he close up to the back of Prince Killer enough? It looks like he's just saving it for the second DRS straight then. He's looking for it, but he's not going to go this time. And this could be the straight where things change then. Prince really searching up, and now he's going to turn his ERS all the way up to defend as much as possible. He goes into ERS mode 3 then. And look at that, 10k close up, 3/10 of a second in it. Will he have enough pace on him? And he's going to hide him behind for now. As Wesley now gets ever closer. Look how close Wesley is now. Capitalise from everyone else's mistakes then. Started up in P5 then. Made up 2 positions due to Shabby. And I believe Donkey Dan losing positions as now this will be really interesting to see how everyone will fare around here then. 10k, 2/10 now behind the race leader. Wesley closing up ever so slightly. Look how close Wesley's closing up. 10k now pits after lap 14. Very early pit stop. And these potentially will go to the end of the race then. That is a very bold call from 10k. Will all those tyres go? He'll put out mediums on. We know the undercut's powerful, but lap 14, that seems an arse for those tyres. 14 laps on a set of mediums. Marco Bota picks up a penalty then. And now, this is where it's going to get super interesting then. 10k heads out the pits. He knows the undercut is powerful, but how powerful is it then? Is it powerful enough that he's going to get stuck behind Fiscal if he's not careful actually? Oh, he does get stuck behind Fiscal. Oh, no, he doesn't. He's going to be side by side with Fiscal, and he does get past him. But Fiscal could give a little ask or maybe just hold back for a bit. It doesn't look like Burt Mylander is really helping out the Alpha anytime soon then. The race lead, the race lead may change. Prinskiller now closing up to the back of Wesley. Wesley now closing up and now past Prinskiller for the lead of the race. This is only just helping out 10K. This is just helping 10K out so much with these two battling. David doing a one-stop. Oh yeah, it didn't work out though. Yeah, I don't think a one-stop around here really works unless it's into hards. It may be a sitting duck now. Who knows who the sitting duck is? Who knows? I feel like 14 laps is still good. Yeah, look at this. Big Baguette still on 14 lap old mediums with qualifying as well, actually. As you know, he wasn't. But I feel like 10K could be on a strategy of a lifetime. As now, look, Prince replies. Will he fit his front? Will he change his front wing this time? Will it make him change his front wing? He does have a front wing out, so finally his front wing is going to change, and he's going to lose about 5 seconds. So 10K surely will get past for the net race lead, and I feel like now it could be a race between Wesley and 10K for the win of this race, and there's both Walshaber and yeah, look at that now. Prince going to be in that midfield battle with Walshaber, Mamba, and all that lot. Then there's now Cotton Eye Joe closing us up as well. As now looks like Marco Bota. Look at him. He's really close up to that. So Marco really closing up then. 4 laps on those mediums. He's got 1 more pit stop to go then. Marco's on for a very good points position as well then, as he's on the softs at the end of the race. Look how much he's close. And now up into P2 then. How many seconds is he behind Wesley? It's 6 seconds. How much can he make up on those softs then at the end of the race? That is a big question that we need to ask ourselves. The softs, you can gain about a second a lap. That is Mamba and Donkey Dan now closing up side by side with each other. Dan looks like he's got the better line down into the chicane then, and yes he does. Dan, good move. As Shabby now up into P10 past Prince actually. They're going side by side still. Shabby, yeah, look at that. So Shabby's in that mid-pack battle actually. These three losing all the time. Oh, look at that to the inside. Oh my, look how close that is. It could be 3 wide. Oh, look at that. Oh, a bit of contact, tiny bit of contact, but Shabby down the inside. We're having daring moves today in C2. Walshaber maybe around the outside of Prince as well then. Yeah, Prince has lost all his confidence. Down to P12, the Ferrari goes. The pole sitter now down in P12. I didn't expect to be saying that then. And now Dan heads into the pits, lap 17. Prince gets a time penalty as well then. Wesley stays on for another lap. 10K, fastest lap of the race. He is closing. 10K, 15 seconds behind the lead. Surely he'll have the lead of the race. This Renault needs to hold on to those tyres though. Those tyres are going to get very worn at the end of the race. It's all down to his tyre life. Can he hold those tyres in good hands then? It seems like a lot of people are exchanging positions. Then Walshaber now past Jabby 2K. Invisible in on this as well. Actually no, sorry, not Invisible. Prince Killer's in on this as well. He's Invisible. He's going to be fighting with Dogovs at the back of the grid. Shabby though, on those old hards, 12 laps old, hoping for a safety car. That could change the outcome of the race a lot. Back straight now. Shabby will be closing up to the Red Bull, but so will Prince Killer. Could be a double move potentially for Prince then, coming down into that final sector then. The commentary, oh thank you Sparhole. Spag's great commentary. Oh, thank you very much. Look at this, Prince Killer now on the back of Shabby. Oh, as we now come down into that final sector once again then. There's now, look at that, Donkey Dan past Fiscal as well, as meanwhile Cotton Eye Joe is now, oh look at this, this will be interesting. Big Baguette still not into the pits. Oh, contact. Oh, massive contact. Big Baguette round. Cotton Eye Joe will have to head into the pits after 9 laps on those tyres. Probably would have been pitting soon anyway, but Big Baguette surely into the pits as well then. Massive contact for those two. Oh, it's looked like Rev indicator, Rev limit glitch then. There's massive contact. That could have easily been the safety car. Big Baguette hit the wall. Perfect for the likes of a certain Let's Get Fiscal. But now, after 18 length, and now 18 laps, and there's now... Where's Shabby? Shabby in all of this. So Shabby's still fighting Twins then. It's P1 and P2 at the start of the race. Now fighting for P8 and P9. As up ahead we do have Walsberg trying to get past Fiscal. It seems like Walsberg has really bolted off then. 10K though. He is on a battle with Wesley. Wesley's got to hold on to those tyres for a few more laps then. He's going to go onto the softs at the end. Surely. As now Walsberg now past Fiscal for P6 then. This is interesting. I don't know who's going to win, guys. I really don't. There's 11 of you guys watching. Put in the comments. Who do you think we're going to win? Yeah, I don't know who. I'm going to leave that down to the stewards to decide that one. But Mamba, he could be in a good chance of winning this. Don't forget Marco Bota as well. Marco's in a very good shout as well to get a very good points playing position here today. Then Queen's now passed as well. Then Ippa picture. I don't know. Ippa, I feel like your brother probably not in the chance to win this, but could be on still for a podium. We just don't know. Everything could change here. Currently, I think Wesley to win. Wesley looks like, yeah, he likes to overcut. Of course he does. Wesley is the overcut king, I feel. He will go onto those softs. I have a feeling 7 laps on those softs will do. So he only needs to go to lap 21. 2 more laps. But how close is 10K now behind? 10K, 13 seconds behind. Those tyres are getting old for Wesley now. Who knows? Who knows if Fiscal seems like his strategy just hasn't worked out today then. Right, that's a good indicator. Those tyres have gone 18 laps. He pits very early for softs as Fiscal. Looking for fastest lap more than anything else, I feel. Bertman that hasn't done him a treat there, as usually he does. But now, out of the pits he comes, and Fiscal a plumb loss. I hate to say it, but he has. Winner of the C2 Abu Dhabi, the audience for having pleasure. Oh! Oh, thank you guys. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely fucking loving it. Oh, God. Sorry. Oopsies. Should not have said that word on stream. As Points now closing up to the back of Walsberg. As don't flatter me, guys. I'm still commentating. Flatter me after the race. But anyway, now Points Killer on the back of Walsberg. Pole versus, I believe, what, P6 on the grid, P7 on the grid. So this should be an easy move from Points once he gets on a good opportunity. Wesley Marco Bota 10K on the podium, but what order we don't know. I feel like, yeah, those 3 look like they're in very good positions now. Here we go then. On to the softs for Wesley. He's got 8 laps. Can Marco go 16 laps on those tyres? We don't know. I don't think they can go 16 laps on those mediums. I think they can go 13, 14, 16 to push. Dogards picks up a 3-second time penalty. Very early for softs, yes it is. He has good tyre saving though. We know he likes an undercut. And look at that. He's so far behind 10K. That is surprising. That is surprising. 7 seconds. 7 seconds. 10K, his early undercut may work to perfection at Mamba as well. He's going to get past him very easily. It looks like Mamba is being very submissive in giving that position up. And it feels like 10K, that was a bit of a walk in the park for him. Early for softs, but early for mediums as well, Sparhole. That's one thing to put into consideration here then. 10K pit lap 13 for those mediums. Normally it's 12 laps. Yeah, who knows? That's one thing we haven't put into consideration. Marco Bota could be going to the end on those tyres. Who don't know? We just don't know. And that's yellow flags. That is... Oh, Mamba's in the wall. I did not see that. So Mamba in the wall. That could have been a safety car later on. But Mamba survived it. Looks like his tyres are out of it. And yeah, he's still got a front wheel in use. But yeah, Mamba in the wall after 14 laps. It looks like those tyres are dead after 14 laps on them. I don't think they can go that far. Half the race on a set of tyres around here is just not the one. This will be interesting for the likes of Shabby. Shabby just trying to get anything out of this race, and he's hoping for safety car Marco started on the mediums and he's done medium so far in this race then. As now, this will really be interesting as now Mamba heads into the pits then. Marco, he's just thriving on those tyres at the moment. We just don't know. This race is a race of don't knows. Wesley closing up but just not buying up at the moment. Wesley has got to reply a bit quicker. Yeah, good point. Top 3 on completely different strategies now, actually. If Dan can keep same pace as Wesley, this could be interesting. Because if Dan keeps up, this could be... I'm not going to check penalties, because penalties could ruin it. But it seems like Dan could also close up as well with those 4-lap old mediums. Lots of different strategies here now today. And I feel like it will all come clean on lap 28 on who's going to win this race. At the moment, I could not predict who's going to win this. Wesley now 5.9 seconds behind. I'm just going to have to check at the end of the lap about the lap times. Looks like Big Baguette could be in a fight with Dogovs as well there. Mamba. As he comes down into the final middle sector, excuse me. We just don't know how this race is going to go. Waterberg fighting with Prince Killer. Prince, I feel like, has got his pace back. He's got his mojo back after that little collision. As now, flying through that final sector now in gear 3. About 70-80 miles an hour then. As now, Burt seems to be really holding to the back. Yeah, thanks for not checking. Yeah. I don't know. Well, yeah, checking penalties will ruin it, I feel. And look at that. Wesley does set the fast lap of the race then. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to check Wesley's penalties. To pretend you didn't see anything. 37-2. I'm not. No, I can't check them. Honestly, I cannot check them. I think it'll just ruin it. 37-2. Yeah, he's got pace. He's got mega pace right now as Wesley. 6 laps to go. 6 seconds a game. We know Wesley's penalties. I'm sorry. We had to check Wesley's penalties then. But I feel like Marco and 10K do have penalties as well. I'm not going to check any others. Okay? I'm not checking any others. I just needed to see how that fast lap was. I probably shouldn't have done. But Wesley is closing at a alarming rate then. As now, yeah, where will Dan finish in all this? I don't think Dan's got many penalties to his name. Walshabert could be in the chance of a podium as well. What's it? 7 seconds. Dogobs and Shabby exchanging positions. Oh, Shabby's round. Oh, Shabby's been hit by Dogobs, turning in on him. I feel like he tried to go a bit too audacious. Now, Big Baguette up the inside of Shabby. It's not been a good race for the Merc. Caught 3 seconds in 2 laps as Wesley. It's going to be right on them at the end. But will his tyres last? Tyres obviously last about 6 laps. He's going to try and make them go 8. The only hope for Wesley now is he's got less penalties than the 2 guys ahead of him. And look, Marco into the pits. Oh, no. So now it's a 2-way fight. Oh, that's changed it a little. That's changed the outcome of the race a lot. So Marco won't be going for the win then. He's too far behind now. 5 laps to go then. So Marco will be fighting potentially for P4. And look at that, Invisible coming out of the pit lane as well. P4 seems like the best opportunity for Marco Bota right now. As Mamba now sets a fast up of the race. The Saucer really come in clutch. Yeah. I don't think Marco is safe for a podium yet. I wouldn't say that. But if I was Marco, I would have gone for it. He had time in hand. But potentially 10K was closing on him too quickly. Got a little scared. He would have to defend a lot. As we now, is it too late for him to get third again? Oh yeah, good point. He started on mediums. Oh, damn it, good point. He started on the mediums, he's gone medium. Damn it, that would have been really interesting. Yes, it is too late for him to go third. I feel like. What's the gap to third place? And it's 16 to 7. He's got to gain 9 seconds in what, 5 laps. Good point, Sparholt. So now it's going to be a race for first then. Wesley versus 10K. They're both on old tyres. At the moment they don't look old, but by the way, they're going to be shattered to bits, both of them. 10K will be on 13 lap old tyres, Wesley on 8. And these guys will really be feeling it on their tyre wear. 1.9 lap. 1.9 a lap. It's possible. Who knows? Yeah, Spotholes, thanks for ruining the fun. But now, right, who else is in battles at the moment then? Anyone within a second? Yeah, Walshabert and Prince. Still in this battle. Prince has lost it. Oh, Prince. Oh, he's kept that on the track. Just, oh, he's hit Walshabert. Thank goodness I caught that. Prince lost it. Gives Walshabert a chance for P4. Those two in a battle. Wow. That was almost a spin out of moment. Oh, I don't know how to say that word, but my Jesus. Good save from Prince there. And now look at that. Prince is going to say thank you very much. Thanks for the DRS then. As now down into the braking zone we go then. So will this be a move for Prince? Will Walshabert try and reply into the second DRS straight then? I did not notice. No. I completely forgot how pit strategies worked. And now Walshabert closing up to Prince. Side by side. Both they go. Around the outside. Does Walshabert go? And that is a dumb move for P4 in this race. Cotton Eye Joe as well. On the back of Big Baguette. Both on 6-up-hole tyres. But Big Baguette, surely those softs can't go 10 laps. Surely he's pit way too early. 100 comments. Woo! Dangerously close to being unsafe. We join from... Yeah. 100%. But Prince got lucky there. He got lucky they did hit the barrier, to be fair. Because me, lap 27, I believe. Yeah. 2 laps to go. Hit the wall in the exact same place that Prince would have gone to Narnia if he did. So don't worry about that one. But yeah. So 1.5 seconds at the top now. Has Wesley got the tyres left? Has 10K got the tyres left? They're both in kind of the same position in terms of tyres. Wesley though, 1.3. He's still closing. It's going to be a close end to this race. I'm not going to check 10K's penalties. That will ruin it. Here we go then. Wesley. Fiscal P1. Yeah, I don't think that's on the cards. And Shabby fastest lap of the race. He goes and pits onto the softs end. And he's just going for that faster lap now to make sure no one else gets it then. I believe the lead of the championship at the moment. So, at the moment, it'll be 6 of 6. Oh, Shabby picks up a penalty. I don't think he really cares about that one. So now, will it be 6 from 6? Are we repeating the F1 2012 season here? Maybe 7 from 7, 8 from... Imagine 8 from 8. My Jesus. As, yeah, it looks like Fiscal's fan. Probably not getting that P1 today then. Seems like it's not going to be his. I still think 10K will win. Wesley's tyres again going to get done by 27. He just needs to stay in DRS. It's about that time where Wesley's tyres are going off. It's 1.2. Oh, yellow flags. Oh, yellow flags. Where's that yellow flag? I don't know. Seems like it could have been invisible. He's lost a little bit of time, I feel. Doesn't look like his tyres are in good condition right now. Gap is 1 second at the top. 3 laps to go, then it's a 3-lap sprint to the end. Will it be a 6th different winner? Or will it be Wesley coming back from China after his audacious strategy in China, only doing the 1-stop, not the 2-stop? Could he, on a very massive overcut, get it working? And here we go then. Down in DRS then. He's going to have to get past him soon. Wesley's got an opportunity for about 1-2 laps. He's got a gap of about 1 lap before his tyres are going to absolutely blow then. As Shabby now gets past Fiscal down into turn 1. And this will be interesting to finish this race then. It's a battle for the lead. Shabby not Scott. Yeah, exactly. Renault could be in very good positions in the constructors as well then. Down into... Look how close Wesley is. He's still got the grip on those tyres that he needs. We know he's tyre saver god. He's tyre saver goat. It's Cotton Eye Joe. Now with Dogobs. Looks like there's a battle for P8 as well. Mamba trying to get around the outside as well then. Mamba, Cotton Eye Joe and Dogobs in a little battle of their own. For that P8 then. Mamba closing up on the back of the racing point. They're going to be side by side. Down towards the right hand. It could be 3-1. Cotton Eye Joe down the inside. No, Mamba gives us a little bit of a distraction there. Mamba into that P8 on those soft tyres then. Seems like the high heel climb and less penalties really come into it. 4:10 to the top with 2 laps to go. Wesley's tyres will be dead. So will 10K though. Oh my god, Donkey Dan can still be in this, you know. He could. He really could on penalties. Gain 1.5 seconds, and my goodness, he's in on this. Down towards the middle, coming towards the middle sector. Then yeah, we are in the middle sector now. Wesley, 3 attempts in it. He's got the DRS now. He's got the EOS, and here we go then. Wesley closing up. He is closing very fast. 2.5 tenths in it. 10k round. He's going to go to the inside of the outside. 10k still there. He's going to go round the outside as Wesley. Will this be a move for the lead on the 27th lap then? They're still going for it to and fro. Wesley round the outside of 10k. And now, who's going to get the DRS? It's 10k. DRS, will he come back? He doesn't have the fuel in hand, but he's got the EOS to play with. They're both very low on the EOS then. Down, side by side. Will Wesley stick it out? 10k round the outside. Wesley to the inside. They're getting pushed by each other then. Oh, look at that switchback move for 10k. It's still side by side action between the two. Donkey Gun gets a penalty, and Wesley gets that P1 then. And now he's going to hold on for one more lap. Those tyres are at the end of their life now. So now it's a question, does 10k have any life left in those tyres to battle Wesley for the lead of the race on the final lap then? Great move by Wesley. It's a 6-10 gap. Wesley using all of the tyres that he has left with him. And now it could be down to penalties. We just don't know. We're not going to look at penalties. Here we go. I really want to check. Yeah, exactly. My phone's just shut down. So we're not going to be able to see comments. I'm going to have to check them in the blue screen after the race then. I can check them on my iPad. I've just bought iPad. Get the iPad out. But it looks like 1.2 seconds. Wesley could have this, you know. His tyres are going to be absolutely mauled at the end of this race. We just don't know. It went down to lap 27. Has Wesley got the win here? Look at this, it's a Renault 2-3 as well. Very good points. Cyril Unbeatable will be loving it. Donkey down in P3. He's within 3 seconds of the lead almost now. Donkey Down could actually get this if he has less penalties. We just don't know. I've been saying that word a lot. We should have a we just don't know calculator of the amount of times I've said it. But now Prince Killer closing in on Walshabert as well. That battle's not over. Prince now up the inside of the Red Bull, and that is a move for P4 after Prince's front wing loss, and P4 will be very good for him today then. But here we go then, final sector time for these lads. Who will be the victor of this race then? Who will win? Will it be 6 and 6, or will it be Wesley's second win of the season? Oh, he gets very tight out of the final corner. So up to line then. Wesley takes the checkered flag then, but on penalties. Oh, 10k gets it on penalties. 10k gets the win on penalties then. It's 6 in 6 for the drivers here today then. I'm getting voice cracks. Prince Killer finishes at Walshabert finishes ahead of Prince Killer. Marco Bota could have made it another winner. Invisible P7. Mamba, shame for him after that crash in P8 then. 6 winners in 6 races. Black Mamba P9, Big Baguette P10, P11 Dogob, Shabby, shame for him, he got damaged, and yeah, he won't be happy with that one. Yeah, crashes into the wall, and Fiscal, not Fiscal first today, but instead today, 10k will be the 6th winner of the Asia Cup. C2 providing the GOAT performances. Oh my. Renault 1-3 and 10k taking P2. What a result. He knew it. He must have known he had less penalties than Wesley. 10k, very early call to head onto the medium set. His final pit stop. The undercut has worked out for the Dutchie. Dutchie 1-2-3 then. Well done to them all. And what is that? Another cracking race then in C2. We never fail in C2 to have great races. So 10k confirmation. He only got 3 seconds to the top, second and third. 6 second penalties then. So, Here we go. The race results and 10k followed by Wesley, followed by Donkey Dan, followed by Waterberg in P4, and Dutch 1 to 5 like in quali. P6 is Marco Bota, P7 is Invisible, P8 is Gonijo, P9 Black Mamba, P10 Big Baguette, P11 goes to Dogobs, P12 is Shabby 2K, unfortunate for him, and P13 is Let's Get Fiscal on the audacious strategy. And look at that, RLH Law has come back to bite once again. Waterberg, fair play, he could have got a podium to be fair. And RLH Law again has provided great racing, low attendance, amazing racing. Is it Abu Dhabi or is it just RLH Law? We just don't know, but fair play to all these drivers. What a race, what a race. I'm going to invite the top 3 for podium interviews. I'll invite Donkey Dan because he's still in the thing. So it seems like Thingy has left. Certain 10k. Let's just chat in party with Donkey Dan. There we go. We've just got the Donkey Dan invite. We should get the RLH Wesley invite in, and then we just have to invite the race winner of 10k. So just 10k to go. I don't know why. Oh, that's not 10k. Excuse me, guys. Oh, for God's sake, why is my controller messing up? TENC. Double A. There he is, 10k. So I've invited the top 3 for podium interviews. Hopefully they all join then and make sure their voices are always alive. Let's just see what Goldie said there. Your RLH is Murray Walker. You take a great race and make it a legendary one. You the man. Oh, thank you. Love that. Thanks, Goldie. But yeah, we're going to hopefully get all the podium interviewers in. I've sent an invite to the 2 Renault drivers. Hopefully they join. I've sent one to Donkey Dan. Hopefully he joins as well. Just checking the C2 chat if they're both up for podium interviews. I have sent them invites, so hopefully they do join. That would be a shame to not see them here. 10k, I need to log. I'm just gonna invite them for interviews. Excuse me, Wesley, just give me a minute while I just make sure they know about interviews. Interview, excuse me guys, sorry for this. Hopefully they do. If not, Wesley, are you here?
Yes, I am.
I'm just gonna start with you while the other 2 hopefully get in the party. I've given them both invites. Hopefully they do join, because I really want to talk to 10k, the 6th winner out of 6 races. But Wesley finished first on track, down to penalties. It was P2. That was an amazing race. How did you think that one went on your side?
I thought qualifying was decent. I think I could have got a bit more about my last qualifying lap. But the first stint, my tires didn't feel great, but everyone pitted so early. I thought I'd go a bit longer and go for thinking about an alternative strategy. And then I went out to mediums and I came behind a really big train. Some people spun. Donkey Dan got wide in front of me. I had amazing overtake on Mamba around the outside in the second DRS straight. And also around Fiscal around the outside and the hairpin. So it was a good move in the second stint, and then in the third stint I was going for the softs, hoping to get as much pace as possible and trying to catch 10k, and that worked. But at the point I catched them, my soft started to go off, and we had a good battle. I got past, but in the end I had 1 penalty too much.
Yeah, it was just unlucky that it just looked like a very interesting race. Obviously, I knew you were going on to the softs. Waterberg will take the lead in the standings. What? What?
Yeah, by 1 point.
What? What?
It is seriously close.
Oh my god, C2 cannot Oh my god, C2 is something else.
If you look at standings,
yeah, I will.
I think I will be on 67.
Yeah.
Waterbit will be on 68. Shabby is on 64. 10K will be on 67 or 66.
Oh my god.
So there's pretty much 5 drivers within 4 or 5 points of each other.
It's a 6th winner in 6 races. This is 2012 all over again. Asia Company C2, just amazing. So let's just go on to my point very quickly. Excuse me, as I eat my pizza. I was eating it during the race. So obviously you were going very late with your calls. Obviously, going for the soft, medium, soft. What was that always the plan? To go for...
At first I was thinking soft, medium, but when everyone pitted so early, I was like, let's change it to do soft, medium, soft, and it worked out pretty well in the end. Lost out on the fastest lap by 1/10.
Oh, that's a shame. But yeah, into the final 2 rounds. Do you think you got a shot? How was Singapore and Suzuka for tracks for you?
Well, Singapore I won last season.
Should be pretty good.
I'm looking forward to that one. And Suzuka, I don't know. Last year I was in the wet, and then at one point I was running second. But I hope I can find a good setup for that race.
Question is,
I'm hoping Singapore is going well.
Do you think you will take the championship that you couldn't take last season?
I hope so. If it's gonna be races like this all over, this doesn't really matter for me because these are really fun races.
Oh my god, just the races in the C2. I don't think we've had a bad race yet. That says something about this league. And Wesley, RLH Law came in again. It's RLH Law. Low attendance, great race, and another one produced today. But everyone, thank you so much for watching. Good support. Thank you for anyone who gave me a little bit of support as well. Goldie, I see you there. So Sparholt as well. You beautiful, sexy humans. Sadly, the Renault drivers could not join the podium interviews, but my God, they should be proud of themselves. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and goodbye.